You may not have to like the Yankees, but you have to respect what they are doing here. And I'm not sure what took them so long. It seems like they're finally, being back to being the New York Yankees.
Yeah, I'll buy into the narrative of that, Sal. I'm sure Cashman loved delivering those little snacks there, those quotes, very quotable, right? But I think it was more than that, more than them getting back to their sort of DNA as the big game hunter. I really think they needed to do something drastic to make themselves relevant and interesting in 24. I don't think they were either last season, and there were multiple factors that went into that, including injury, as Cashman has reminded us sort of exhaustively all offseason. But yes, they went out and got a big guy, and now I feel a whole lot different about this team than I did beforehand. Before, they were sort of spinning their wheels, and now the aggression is good. I hope there's more coming, to be quite frank, because I think they need it. Juan Soto in Yankee Stadium is a great combination. I can't wait to see what he does there. But yeah, I mean, everybody seems to be really into that idea, like this is the Yankees again. And okay, yeah, I'll buy it.
I think it's getting close to being the Yankees again. It definitely has that feel to it, that smell to it. This is like a Yankee team that I grew up watching, making the big move. But I think they need to keep going. Like you said, I think they need another pitcher. This is a situation where it's definitely bought them some time with their fans. Their fans were clamoring for something, but I also think it might have just pushed back some of the pressure on them to this time next year when they're clamoring for the extension with Soto. So we're going to see how that goes.
And look, obviously it doesn't mean that they're going to go win the World Series here, but this is a vintage Yankee move. Maybe there's more to come. The way Cashman's talking about, they want to be the mecca of baseball. Yeah, well, that's why Yankee fans have been going nuts for the last several years. That's why Zach Britton had the comments that he had to say when he left the Yankees. They weren't operating like the Yankees usually operate. Now they are. So, Ant, we mentioned it. Soto's only under control for one more season. Now that he's a Yankee, do you think there's any chance he'll hit the open market? You think they'll lock him up and sign him to a long-term deal?
Well, I think he can do both, Sal. I think he will hit the open market, just in part because Scott Boras has had incredible success taking his clients to free agency and getting big money for them. It's worked time and time again for him. I think that Soto is set to be a free agent, but that doesn't mean that the Yankees can't re-sign him either. I think with a year in the Bronx, especially if it's a successful year for him and the team, I think that makes it more attractive. Now, it's going to be a king's ransom, guys. I mean, that number is going to be huge, especially after Shohei Ohtani puts his number up there on the board, and Scott Boras has something to work off of in that regard. I know Soto doesn't pitch, but he's also a guy who turned down $440 million a few years ago as an extension from the Nationals. So it's going to be a big number. It's going to hurt. Look, the Yankees have some aircraft carrier contracts already on the books, so they're going to have to weigh where this fits in. But then again, Soto will have just turned 26 this time next year, so it's a good investment.
Adam, as a player who's played for both the Mets and the Yankees, you think there's any... Look, he's 1 year away from free agency. He's been waiting for this for a long time, turning down lots of money, so I would assume he really wants to hit free agency. Is there any chance that you think he can be lured by the pinstripes or all that being a Yankee has to offer in this 1 year before he hits the open market?
No, just because he's too close.
Right.
As much as he's going to love his experience with the Yankees this year, he's going to feel the vibes. He's going to really like the energy that he's playing with every day. I think ultimately he's too close at this point, and they're going to listen to see what all 30 teams have to say and really put the pressure on Cashman and those guys.